so that he always learns to wait for me, not ever take over. So a lot of our horses, we start with the canter work first. I find that I can get my horses much more supple with the canter, and a majority of horses find it easier to start with the canter than with the trot. And the trot actually makes the canter work much easier. So I'm going to do a little bit of on and back. So on the long sides, I have to think of straightness. So what is straightness? So he has to have his head and neck in front of his chest, and that when I canter down the long side, you shouldn't be able to see his inside hind leg to the side. It's got to be underneath his stomach. So again, so I ride him a little bit shoulder fore if I feel like the quarters come out. So I turn the shoulder slightly to the left. So now I'm thinking of the horse being straight. So he should be dead straight on these long sides. And then on these corners, I've got to bend him. So he has to be around my inside leg. So if I ride a bad corner, I'm going to ride a bad movement, because these short sides and these corners are what set me up for all my movements. And everybody just thinks it's just a corner, but that corner is vital to your test.
Because this is where you're practicing your half halts and riding from half halt to half halt, which is the calling of the horse to a perfect state of balance and attention, so that he's prepared to go through that doorway into the next movement or gait or pace as you choose, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So then I'll go on and back. So now I touch him with my legs. So I go forward. So I open the canter, so I make the canter stride bigger. And then with my rein, I half halt, so I bring him back. And then I collect him. So my reins are saying walk, and my legs are saying canter. And that doesn't mean that I grip with my leg. So my leg is doing very little right now. I just sit there. And like, he has to canter for himself. And with my reins, I'm not holding, he's there. He has to be in his own self-carriage and his own balance. And this is quite a lot for the horse. If you were to put this canter into slow motion, you would see how much the horse sits and how much weight the horse has to take on the hind leg and how low his fetlocks go to the ground. So he is taking all his weight on his hind legs when I collect him. So again, I go forward. So I want to make sure he reacts off my legs. So by going forward, I can go forward, and then I touch him with my rein, and then he's back. And then he canters on his own. And I'm not making him go. So he's quite a hot horse. So a hot horse, you got to ride with your legs on. And a lazy horse, you got to ride with your legs off. And I bet you a lot of you are thinking, God, how do you do that? That is difficult, because lazy horses make you want to kick. But the more you kick, the more they go switch off of your leg. So the more you have to work harder to get better reactions. So you'll just see me now doing a leg yield. So we do a lot of this at home. So we're just doing the leg yielding canter, which isn't a movement in a test, but it's a very good movement just to keep the horse supple and sideways off my leg. So again, I think about my straightness to the right. Is he straight? Do I feel in control of the steps? Is he in his own self-carriage? Is he in good balance? Is the canter in a good rhythm?